Broadcasting live from Holyoke Community College. This is 103.5 WCCH. Midday with the Raj. Alejandro Rogers making his HCC debut as a sports update, but the name of the show is Midday with the Raj. Thank you for listening. This is my first time on. I'm very psyched to be here this afternoon with Patrick LaBelle, and I'm very excited to get this opportunity. So, we're going to get started off with the NFL, of course. This Sunday is the Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't really want to see these two teams in the Super Bowl. I actually really wanted to see, my pick in the beginning of the season. I wanted to see Detroit play Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens, but both of those teams ended up getting knocked out. And now we got these two teams going at it. This is the second time they're going to play each other in the Super Bowl. They played each other a couple years ago in the Super Bowl. Eagles looking to get a ring. They haven't won one since they beat New England back a number of years ago. And we got the Chiefs looking for a three-peat. I don't think anyone wants to see that besides Chiefs fans and out there. Saquon Barkley looking to get his first ring on the Philadelphia Eagles. As a Giants fan like I am, it's kind of a heartbreak to see that, leaving our team, and we paid the wrong man, paid Daniel Jones, and then he got cut. So as a Giants fan, that hurts to see him go for 2,000 rushing yards. And now he's going for his first ring on a division rival, the Eagles. But Sunday at 6:30, kickoff will start to see who gets the Lombardi Trophy for Super Bowl 59. Tune in if you want to watch football, but it will be on. So it's been a wild season. We got the NFL draft coming up in April. As of right now, the New York Giants have the number 3 pick. The third pick in the draft. They need to get a quarterback. They need to make a splash. What I'm hoping is one of those guys, Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders, is there at number 3, and either hopefully, I'm hearing that Tennessee's starting to stick with a quarterback. They're not gonna pick one, and Cleveland's not having Deshaun Watson for a while because he's hurt. I would like to see the Giants draft a QB because they need one. That's why I think they kept Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen to stay for another year to develop a quarterback and, give Malik Neighbors a guy to throw to, because I can tell you for a fact, for you Giants fans out there, Tommy DeVito and Drew Lock are just not the answer. And clearly Daniel Jones wasn't the answer when we picked him. We kept him for 6 years, and then we cut him. So clearly none of those 3 guys were the answer, and of course, you never want to see a guy fail, but some guys just aren't meant to play in the NFL, and Daniel Jones wasn't one of them. I would like to see one of those guys, hopefully, but if push comes to shove and all else fails and plan A doesn't work for the Giants, then I don't know what's plan B. Plan B might be maybe if Travis Hunter is still there, or Abdul Carter, or someone is still there, maybe push comes to shove, we take one of them. But I really want a quarterback. But I know Jackson Dart's out there too, and there's Jalen Milroe. But it'd be nice to get one of those QBs if they're there. Off the whole NFL subject, obviously Super Bowl, and we covered the draft. The NBA. Last night, the Boston Celtics beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Celtics are the number 2 seed at 38-15. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 40-10. Tonight, I'm a Golden State guy, so Golden State's playing the Utah Jazz tonight at 9 o'clock p.m., 6 o'clock Pacific time. Golden State's been 500 ball club all year, struggling with injuries, and, it is a long season. It's 82 games between the NBA and NHL, but, there is a long way to go. We still got playoffs don't start till April. And, of course, they finish off in June, with the NBA Finals. But, we still got a boatload of games left to play. So, take it one game at a time. As of right now, Golden State is 26-24. And, but what I really want to get to with the NBA, is the trade the other day with Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis. Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers, and Anthony Davis goes to the Mavericks, and there was some draft picks involved in that, but that is something I was not expecting. Just waking up, I woke up and I saw that. To see Luka Doncic and LeBron James on the same team was not something I was expecting at all, especially like now, like we're like in this type of the season, but Mavericks just traded him. He didn't want to go anywhere. Mavericks just got rid of him. I don't know why they got rid of him, but I mean, in my mind, that wasn't a very smart move, but I can see by that trade, I think that, Luka wants a ring. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, him and LeBron on the same team is pretty insane. I mean, especially now. I mean, LeBron's still doing it. Best player of my generation, but LeBron's still doing it now. He's at like the age of 40. And then you had a guy like Luka Doncic that is a great player, and put those two on the same team should be interesting the rest of the way to see how those guys, pair up. And with, those two on the same team and now Anthony Davis on the Mavericks, I mean, that was very unexpected. There was another trade today. Chris Middleton went to the Wizards and Kyle Kuzma went to the Bucks. That happened earlier today, a swap trade. That was another trade that I wasn't expecting, and then the other day we had I think it was Darren Fox got traded too, the other day. So there's been trades happening, left and right. So it's been, interesting with moves lately in the NBA, but is now we're at, the All-Star break's coming up in about a week or two. So, getting all the games and festivities going will be, sick, and having players get the rest. But, we still got a long way to go with the NBA, of course, and eventually, we'll get to playoffs and stuff and things will start like picking up. But, I mean, I feel like after like the NFL ends, like, it'll just be NBA, NHL, and then, of course, once, the end of March comes around, then the MLB starts their long season with 162 games. But, the months that we have with the NFL, I think keeps us, like, busy through, like, majority of the time, here. And then, like, we get to, like, the point where, February's done, and then we go right into the NBA, the NHL, and then as soon as the MLB's there, and just all three of those sports are kicking at the same time. But personally, my favorite is like when October comes around, the NFL's there. They're like midway through the season, and like the MLB's like in postseason play. That's like my favorite time of the year. But like now that after Sunday, the NFL's done for until like August, until preseason comes back again, things will just be NBA, NHL until the end of March, and then all three of them will be going into factor, and then before you know it, it'll be back again. But like, big time, of course, the Super Bowl Sunday, of course, everyone will be tuning into that. I mean, but I just wasn't really expecting that trade to happen though with Luka. That was insane. That like shocked me like a huge bit to see him just jump right there. I mean, some things you just don't expect, and they happen. So, but yeah, off the whole, like on the with the NBA, yeah, Golden State's playing the Jazz tonight. Looking to get a W there. Last night's Celtics took down the number 1 seed in the NBA. With the Eastern Conference, Western Conference standings, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder at 39-9. Those teams are just playing great, but we still got a long way to go. So off that, I do got a little bit of NHL. The Bruins are 25-22. They're playing tonight, I believe against the Rangers tonight. So I don't really pay like most attention, but I will like give the updates with that and see where they are. But, like I said, with both of those sports, NBA and NHL, long season, still got a few months to go. I mean, once the playoffs come around, that stuff gets to be really fun, especially with the NHL. That stuff's great. And then catching the NBA playoffs will be fun too. Those times will be great. And then, of course, by that time, the MLB will already be soon. March 28th is when the opening day happens. But it's actually like really insane how like they're like the seasons like they all like drift away. Like once the MLB ends in like October or close to like the end of November, that's just like then it's just like NFL, NBA, NHL, and then before you know it, all of them come back into play. But like I was saying before, my favorites are like when all three of them come into play, especially with the NFL when it comes to coming back in like September, and then it goes all the way to February, and then before you know it, all of them are like back together. But those are like my favorite times, especially when the MLB is in postseason too. But as of right now, we do have pitchers and catchers reporting soon for the MLB. Yesterday, Tim Hill resigned with the Yankees on a 1-year deal. Good, pretty decent relief pitcher. So I'm glad to see that he's back. I believe March 27th is opening day. So I saw today, about 50 days away from MLB opening day. Of course, with like 50 days left and still got a lot of time, predictions now are like crazy because like we can't really like say that now because like we're not even there yet. I mean, they haven't even started the first like spring trading or anything stuff like that yet. But a lot going on in sports. For our local sports, our winter sports are going on here for the Cougars at Holyoke Community College. I would like to see how they're doing sports-wise on Arbor Sports. I try to get some updates on that as we move on and progress in the show. But I want to take my first break, but we will be right back with Midday with the Raj. Stay tuned. We're back with Midday with the Raj. I got a public service announcement from Magic the Gathering Club PSA. Attention Holyoke Community College students, are you ready to summon your strategy and unleash your creativity? Join the Holyoke Community College Magic the Gathering Club. Whether you're a seasoned planeswalker or new to the game, our club offers a welcoming space to play, learn, and connect with fellow enthusiasts. We host weekly game nights, tournaments, and workshops to enhance your skills. Don't miss out on the fun and friendship. Come share your love for Magic. For more information, visit Student Engagement. Come join in the fun.
Great club. Love Magic the Gathering.
Sounds very interesting. So we're back with Midday with the Raj. Back with the little sports update. Wanted to get Patrick's opinion on the Luka trade. I know you told me you didn't see much or hear a lot about it, but like what's your opinion with those two superstars on the same team now?
Yeah, Big Al, it's not too often you see one of the superstars of the league get traded. So I wanted to kick it back to you because I was wondering, do you think they made the right call on this one? I mean, giving up a player of Luka Doncic's caliber.
I would say Mavericks-wise, that was not the smart move at all. I mean, I don't know why they would do that. I mean, there obviously was a reason for it, but it wasn't, the best reason. And, Anthony Davis is, not the same guy. I mean, he's good, but he's not the same guy that he used to be. I mean, he's older now, and I mean, if you want to say the Lakers won the trade, because they definitely did win the trade, I would say that. I'd never expected to see that at all. And, now that those two are on the same team, the next, 50 or something games that they have left, I want to see what those two are going to do together. I mean, he didn't play last night, but he's going to be playing, obviously, ASAP. Because, of course, he just got there, the other day. And, of course, that's going to happen. They're putting those two together. But he watched last night, but the Lakers took down the Clippers last night, too. Big win there. Bronny hit his first NBA three.
No way.
Let's hit a detail. Yep. But yeah, no, those two together is going to be something else. I can tell you that for a fact.
What do you think about Bronny playing with his dad? That's kind of unique
First
too, huh?
first father-son duo in the NBA.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
the first ever, huh?
Yeah, first father-son. I believe I'm right about that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's actually like absurd. But you know,
Do you think Bronny got a pass because LeBron? Do you think he got kind of pushed up to the top, maybe a little more than he was ready?
I don't. I mean, yeah, I would. Well,
Not that he's a bad player.
yeah, exactly. But he's young, and getting to learn from LeBron James isn't the worst thing. It's you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that's. But yeah, I mean, if I think that was LeBron had a little bit to say on that.
Yeah,
For
can't
sure.
blame him. Can't blame him. Face of the
I
league.
mean, having those two, that's something special. And then, add a player like Luka Doncic on that team is just crazy. Like I said, before we move on to something else, never thought I would see that. So, but here we are today. So
Wait, and also Big Al, who else was involved in the trade? Was it? It wasn't just a straight up trade, was it? Or was it? I don't know.
there were picks involved.
Not to put you on the spot.
I'm checking that out. I'm checking that out right now. Luka Doncic, the Luka trade. It was a blockbuster trade, so here it is right here.
All right.
It was Luka Doncic to the Lakers, Anthony Davis to the Mavs in 3-team trade. So there was the Mavericks, the Lakers, and the Jazz. Obviously Luka to LA, and then Davis to Dallas. And then the Lakers received Doncic, Maxey, Kleber, and Markieff Morris from the Mavericks, who announced the trade Sunday morning. And then obviously Max Christie and Davis and the Lakers, and there was a 2029 first-round pick. The Jazz received Jalen Hood, the LA Clippers 2025 second-round pick, and the Mavericks 2025 second-round selection on the trade too.
Oh my gosh, really was a blockbuster. That gets thrown around, but that was a real one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, lot went down with that for sure. But just to have what happened and in that situation just was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Just, being in that type of spot, and just to witness it was crazy. But yeah, off that, I got a little bit of a MLB update. I saw that Harrison Bader went to the Twins. I just saw that a second ago on right here. I just got it reported.
Oh, breaking news?
Yeah, it was breaking news from John Heyman. Sorry, not Henry. John Heyman that Harrison Bader was to the Twins on a 1-year deal plus mutual option for 2026. And then yesterday, Randall Grichuk went back to the Diamondbacks. And then we had Max Scherzer with the Blue Jays, and then Ramon Laureano went to the Orioles a few days ago. Vince Velasquez the other day to the Guardians, and then like I mentioned, Tim Hill earlier. That happened yesterday. So there's small signings going on a little bit too for the MLB, but nothing really major. But just small signings for players like that. So
yeah, it's still warming up, getting ready for the season.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, spring training coming up soon. And then before you know it, the regular season, like I said, March 27th, when we're getting kicked off. So MLB is 162 games. So it's going to be a long season like it always is, longest season in sports. So buckle up when that happens. But are you big into MLB or any of those sports?
MLB, much too long for me. Long season. I used to be more of a fan, though, back in the day. I've been to a bunch of games at Fenway. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Oldest ballpark. Legendary.
Absolutely.
Wait, Al, I wanted to ask you a question, too. I heard you talking earlier on Midday with the Raj about the Super Bowl coming up, but I want to talk about a team that's not going to be in this year, our hometown Patriots. What do you think's going on there? What is going to be the move going forward?
I think that Drake May, huge pickup, franchise quarterback, 100%, exactly what New England needed. I'm thinking maybe that, with them, this year in the draft, they have the the number 4 pick. So like they could have, like maybe, something like Travis Hunter or something like that, pops up, or, with the NFL draft, you never know, what's going to happen, because it's so unexpected. Like you could expect like something like insane to happen. You just don't know what can happen. And with New England, I think they have their franchise quarterback. They have their guy with Drake May, had a great first year. I think that they're in a good spot. They got what they needed, and who knows, maybe they have Travis Hunter or a dual Carter, one of them there. I'm looking at mock drafts right now, but I think New England's going to be fine next year.
Remind me, Big Al, was Travis Hunter, was he with Buffalo or Colorado? Colorado.
With Deion Sanders.
Yeah, was he the Heisman winner this past year?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that'd be a great pick for the Pats. Definitely rebuilding mode down there in Foxborough.
Yeah, but I mean, Travis Hunter is a friggin' amazing talent. Something that we haven't seen. Wide receiver / cornerback. Something that we haven't seen is just 5-tool, amazing player. So I mean, it could happen. They have the number 4 pick, so you never know who can fall. As of right, the 3 picks, the first 5 picks in the draft is Miami with, or not Miami. No, where'd I get Miami from? So we got, Tennessee, Cleveland, the Giants, New England, and Jacksonville are the first 5 picks in the draft, and then Las Vegas is 6. So, it's just one of those things that you don't know what can happen. I'm just glad that, from a Giants perspective, that we got Malik Neighbors. I think we found our guy with wide receiver like him. He just needs a quarterback.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. And
the thing is too, like if plan A or plan B doesn't work, or if 2 of those guys get taken and the Giants trade down, like Jackson Dart could be there. Like you never know. Like, and then what if those guys are like taken? And like, of course there's like free agents too, like free agent quarterbacks, like, for example, like JJ McCarthy or something like that. Like, there could be guys that they could be eyeing, but like if push comes to shove, those guys aren't there. You never know what can happen. I would like to see, the Giants make a splash though. They didn't keep those guys they didn't keep Dave Allen-Schoen for no reason. So, they need to make a splash, and, the sooner the better, for sure. But, like, you just have to wait and find out, Of course, the draft is very exciting, though. It's one of my favorite times, of the year. Definitely getting to watch the draft and see where people go. Like, that's like, really exciting.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little hope for the next year, especially those early picks. The only thing to look forward to, other than another year of 4-12, right?
I also wanted to get an opinion on, Pete Carroll on the Raiders now.
Did that just happen?
No, that happened a few weeks ago. But, now that Belichick isn't in the NFL anymore, after this year, he's about to be the oldest tenured head coach in the NFL.
Really? Oh, my gosh.
And honestly, not really, not really expecting that. But, there's a situation, you're just like, you look at it, and Pete Carroll's like, what, like 70-something years old or whatever? So, like, I look at it, and I feel like, I've obviously those teams are in, like, rebuilds, like, Raiders, one of them too. But, like, not expecting that, Pete Carroll being on the Raiders now. And I know a guy here that's a big Seattle sports fan, and we talked about that a few weeks ago, and he said that that's insane. He said that was crazy. I was like, well, I still can't believe he's still doing it. Like, it's just some of those things that you like don't expect. And when I saw that, I was like, wow.
No, he's had a pretty good career for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He's had a Super Bowl title. with Seattle back. I think it was like it was like back in like 2015 or something like that.
Yeah, that seems about right.
When they destroyed Denver. That was that crazy game against Denver, where they just put the beating on them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, who can forget that one?
I remember that game, and that they started off that game with that safety back in the back.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're bringing it all back.
The ball was like put right back to the end zone, and then before you know it, Seattle just started to pounce away on that. But no, I mean, when it comes to coaches like that, and like a guy like Pete Carroll that's won a bowl, definitely where he's at now, he has some time left, and I just can't. I wonder what's going to happen with Belichick and UNC.
Oh, that's another one to keep an eye on too.
I feel like he can go there and change things around too.
What do you think though? Do you think there's some type of difference between coaching at the professional level versus the collegiate level? You think that's going to be a hard one for Belichick? Because he's kind of strict.
I think Belichick can handle it.
He's a little strict though, Big Al. I don't know.
I think he's going to be okay.
What if the players think he's too harsh?
I think he's gonna turn things around there. I don't see there being a problem. I think he's gonna do well.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I mean, he's the greatest coach for a reason.
True.
I mean, remember Belichick, started his career Giants, D coordinator, and then of course, Cleveland for a little while too, and then
the Jets for a day.
Yeah, and then of course, yep.
Who can forget?
And then of course, New England. No one's gonna forget about that, obviously.
Yeah, I think he might have won a game or two.
More than just a game or two. But I think Bill Belichick's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I don't see there being a insane problem at all. I think he's gonna do great.
Wait, Big Al, I wanted to go back to Pete Carroll too. Do you think it still haunts him when he threw the ball on the 1 yard line?
I bet.
Even with all of his achievements in his career, do you think that keeps him up at night?
Well, in my mind, that was the worst play. I know the Patriots defense did a great job, and then undrafted free agent Malcolm Butler.
Great story.
Pick, yeah. But I still think that was the worst play call you could in Super Bowl history. That was just terrible. I mean, you're at the 1 yard line. I saw that, Marshawn Lynch didn't really have, the best, running the red zone, but, you give him the ball there, dude. I don't care.
No doubt.
You're at the 1 yard line. You have Marshawn Lynch. I don't know why they didn't do that, but, just give the Pats defense credit, though. I mean, that Super Bowl. I mean, they beat Brady. They beat, Brady beat the Legion of Boom. So their defense was insane, but not a problem for the GOAT, though, for Tom Brady.
No.
I mean, and, I just feel like, ever since Brady, retired and stuff, it's not the same without him in the league anymore. I mean, coming from a guy that I used to not like Tom Brady at all, but when I really started to respect him is after the first time they beat the Chiefs in that AFC Championship. That year when they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, and it was 13-3, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is the most boringest game ever" because of the defense and stuff like that. Yeah, that year is when I really started to respect Brady, insanely. But
yeah, he had some amazing drives in that run.
And of course, we can't forget about the 28-3 comeback against the Falcons.
Oh, the best ever.
That was insane. And just reflecting on those moments, those are things that you'll never forget. And I don't care what anybody says, Patrick Mahomes will never be close to Tom Brady. I don't care how many rings he wins. It's just facts. But no, I mean, it's just that's my opinion. I just feel like the league just hasn't been the same without him in it. So, but
yeah.
Off that, who do you think's gonna win the bowl?
Who's playing again? Remind me.
Chiefs-Eagles.
Chiefs-Eagles. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say the Eagles. I think they're a little more hungry this year.
You think the Eagles are going to take it?
Yeah, I liked what you were saying, though. I think only Chiefs fans are rooting for the Chiefs. I think most people are going for the Birds.
Yeah,
Go Birds.
That's because, Chiefs gonna have the referees on their side like they always do. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what literally anyone says. The Chiefs had it way worse than what New England had. That whole referee situation.
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt. It's just every single time Mahomes gets hit, there's flag. Like every single time it's so obvious, dude. And like
I think one of the announcers even said something in a game the other day.
Dude, like it's ridiculous. Like I don't care what anybody says. That the Chiefs had it way worse than New England. Like that's not even a question. And I mean I don't care who wins, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs went off, the referees helping them like they always do. So, I mean, it's gonna be insane. It's an insane game though. Like it's gonna be high scoring too. I think we're gonna have like some crazy score like 35-28.
Wow, bold.
Or something like that. I mean, because I feel like Saquon Barkley is gonna have a really good day. I think. Mahomes and those guys,